Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back for Carabao Cup predictions. The competition that we all know and love is back. Get your thoughts down below. Do make sure to like and subscribe. Is your team still in, or are you out and still watching this as a neutral? How you doing, Soph?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad. The magic of the cup.
The Carabao Cup.
Yeah, it's glorious. Let's get into this. Let's start with AFC Bournemouth versus Everton. Obviously, two Premier League sides. I don't even know if Premier League form counts for much in this competition, so we can kind of be a bit wacky with these predictions. We did just see Bournemouth obviously lose to Leeds. One exciting game that was
a very good
at Ellen Road. Yeah. I feel like this competition might see players rotate and rested, and who knows, but I might edge the home team. I feel like that could count for something. So not a lot between them, I think, in the Premier League. And I'm going to just edge Bournemouth 2-1.
Yeah, I think it depends who's going to take this competition seriously by what teams they put out. I think it could be two younger squads, but still with the quality there. So okay, I'm going to say a 2-2 draw and for Bournemouth to go through on pens. Bournemouth on pens. Yeah.
Right, next up we go down to Brentford, who take on Gillingham. This is obviously a matchup between two sides a few leagues apart and could be an upset. I don't think so. I think Gillingham will obviously take a decent following and want to progress because, you know, it's a Premier League away day. They'll be excited for this. I just think the quality, even if Brentford rotate, will be too much. So I'll give Gillingham a goal, but I think Brentford could go through to the next round here. 3-1.
2-0 Brentford for me.
2-0?
Yeah, I think the quality is just going to be too much for Gillingham, so 2-0.
Yeah, quite easy for you. Next up, we'll go to an all-Premier League matchup again. It's Arsenal versus Brighton. Brighton, actually, very decent. We all know how Arsenal are doing fantastic in the Premier League. They're top and everything, but Brighton are fantastic, and they've just beaten Wolves 3-2. So, don't know, I feel like if Arsenal rest a couple players, it could be potential for Brighton to go on and do something. It'd be nice to see a different team win one of these cups, but Arsenal just looking so good on most fronts, so they'll want to keep everything open, and I feel like they'll edge this 2-1.
Yeah, I'm going to say 2-1 as well to Arsenal. I do think they're actually going to put out a pretty strong squad. I think they're going to take this seriously. And I think Brighton might as well, so I think it's almost going to be like a Premier League game. So yeah, 2-1 for me. 2-1.
Okay, next up is an all-Premier League game as well. It is Newcastle versus Crystal Palace. I tell you what, I would like to see a team like Newcastle, and I really think they could win this competition.
They could, yeah.
Obviously, usually you get Man City or Liverpool sweep up these kind of cups and add them to their collection, but I feel like the way Newcastle are going, obviously their focus will be on doing as well as they can in the Premier League, but why not go for a cup? It's a statement of intent, and I think they'll win this game. Obviously, Palace will want to play their part in it, but Newcastle 2-0.
Yeah, I think there could be a few goals in this. It could be quite an interesting game. So for me, Newcastle are going to win 3-1.
3-1?
Yeah.
You think it could be a tasty one?
Tasty, yeah.
Okay, next up, once again, an all-Premier League matchup. We're off to the City Ground as Nottingham Forest take on Tottenham. Forest just involved with a 2-2 draw against Brentford. We backed them to draw in the Premier League, and they did, but wow, they left it late. Obviously, up against Spurs, they've already played Spurs at home in the league, and Spurs came away 2-0 winners. We don't know what's going to happen with the Cup. Obviously, Forest's focus has got to be surviving, so obviously, this is a distraction, which is, you know,
not what they're going to focus on.
Yeah, they're not going to focus.
I don't think, anyway.
If they win, it's a nice distraction, but I think Spurs will get through, and Spurs have got to go for a cup soon. So 2-1 Spurs.
Yeah, I'm going to say 1-0 Spurs, purely because I think Forest are going to put out a weaker squad, and I think Spurs are going to go pretty strong, to be honest, because I think they're going to want this cup. So for me, 1-0. So still quite a tight game. Not a high scoring game for
Forest
me.
have got the squad to rotate as well, haven't they?
Oh my god, yeah, the size of that squad.
The amount of players they've got. Next up could be interesting. Southampton versus League One Sheffield Wednesday. I'm quite a big fan of Sheffield Wednesday. I feel like they're a decent sized club, and obviously it's good to see a club from League One progressing in this competition. I might go for an upset here. I think Southampton, obviously, once again, another team that might just be focused on staying up, but, you know, they could go for a cup run. But Sheffield Wednesday, a strong League One outfit, why not? Southampton 2, Sheffield Wednesday 3.
Oh, okay, do you know what? I'm going to say it's going to be a draw for me, 1-1, and then I think Southampton are going to win on pens. So I think it's going to be heartbreak right at the end of the Wednesday.
That'd be gutting for Sheffield Wednesday. But I tell you what, if they push them all the way to penalties, that would be
something.
That would be amazing. Next up, we go to the Etihad. Now, this is interesting. Manchester City versus Chelsea. Obviously, two clubs that obviously got ambitions to win trophies. Man City obviously won dramatically against Fulham at the weekend. They're obviously going for the Premier League, and like I said, they always do keep all options open. We get to February, and we're talking about them doing the quadruple. So, as good as Chelsea are under Graham Potter, I do feel like Man City will want to keep their options open with how many cups they could pick up. I'll say Man City 2-1.
I'm going to say Man City 2-0. I think they've got the squad to rotate. I mean, they've got strength in all positions, to be honest, and their bench is always a joke. So for me, this should be a fairly easy win. I know it's against Chelsea, but I think Chelsea might go a little bit weaker. I think, yeah, they'll want to obviously progress as well, but maybe they'll just think, do you know what, focus on the Prem. So for me, yeah, Man City are going to win this 2-0.
Okay, next up, it's to Anfield, Liverpool versus Derby County. Derby County, obviously, of League One, and a big away day for them. Obviously, they're now doing the likes of Shrewsbury and Fleetwood away, but going to Anfield is fantastic for Derby County. They're a big club, and it'd be amazing if they could upset Liverpool. Liverpool have had some really dodgy results this season.
Yeah.
Still think Liverpool should have the quality to beat a League One team, even if Derby County are a good League One team. But I feel like it could be close. Liverpool 2-1.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. I think Liverpool are probably going to go a little bit weaker, and they've not got the squad depth to do so. So I think, yeah, Derby's going to give them a good game, but again, I think Liverpool are going to progress on pens.
Oh, once again, heartbreak for the League One side. Last game we're going to talk about is Manchester United versus Aston Villa, and they've just played in the at the weekend in the Premier League, and it depends on what both sides are thinking about this season. Depends how serious they take this competition. It could be close. It could be slaughter for one team. I really don't know what to expect. I'm going to edge Man United. I think they'll want to win something this season, and this is a competition which they could do. I'll say 2-1.
No, I'm going to say 3-0 United. I think they're going to go all out for this game, and I don't think Villa are, so I think it's going to reflect that in the scoreline. So 3-0 United for me.
3-0 Manchester United. That wraps up the games we're talking about. We'll leave the games we're not talking about there. Like I say, some big games coming up. Bristol City take on Lincoln, Burnley versus Crawley, Leicester City Newport, MK Dons Morecambe, Stevenage Charlton, West Ham Blackburn, and you've got Leeds away at Wolves as well. Some big games there. That's our predictions for those games as well. Like I say, get your predictions down below. Do make sure to drop a like. Do make sure to subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Thank you for watching today's video, guys. If you're a fan of the predictions on the Matt SB channel and want to get involved yourself, we are actually bringing a predictions league to the channel later this month. If you sign up down below to one of the patrons on the link down in the description, you could join us just by signing up to one of them, and we'll be bringing it out very soon. Obviously, that's for people that are financially able to do so, but if not, do make sure you've liked and subscribed. The content will keep coming, and I can't wait for the World Cup. I'll see you in the next one.